Bubba Wallace was this close. So close to finally breaking through for that elusive NASCAR Cup Series win, and then, with just 5 laps to go, it all slipped away. Today, we're breaking down exactly what happened at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, why Wallace's car was so tough to drive all day, and what he had to say about it afterward. Stick around, because this one's a gut punch. And hey, real quick, if you are a true NASCAR fan like me, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe to the channel. NASCAR Nation News is just getting started. We are pushing for our next subscriber milestone, and it's all about real talk from fans who live this sport every week. All right, let's get into it. So let's set the scene. This was the Dollar Tree 301 at New Hampshire Motor Speedway, and Bubba Wallace, driving the number 23 Toyota for 23XI Racing, stayed in contention for most of the race. You know, that's not a small thing. Staying near the front for that long shows the speed was really there. And it wasn't just there for a little while either. His car had enough speed to challenge for the win. But here's the thing. Speed wasn't the whole story, because while the car was fast, it was not easy to drive. Wallace himself admitted afterward, in his own words, that the handling was a real struggle all day. He put it like this. He said the car had really bad handling, but it was fast, so the frustrating part was having to throw away everything that normally feels good behind the wheel, and just deal with it. Think about that for a second. That's a driver basically saying he had to fight his instincts for an entire race just to keep the car competitive. Now, as the race moved into that final stage, something interesting happened that actually worked in Wallace's favor. He came into the last stretch with a 4-tire advantage over race leader Ryan Blaney, who had only taken 2 tires on his final pit stop. That difference matters a lot on a track like this. 4 fresh tires versus 2 means more grip, plain and simple. And that extra grip is exactly what let Wallace close the gap on Blaney during those final laps. You could feel the momentum building. Wallace was reeling him in, but then traffic got in the way. With 5 laps left, Wallace ran into lapped traffic from Cole Custer's number 41 car. He tried to make a move around Custer, but pushed a little too hard. And that's when it happened. Wallace locked up his left front tire. That lockup caused a big vibration in the car, and just like that, his run at the lead was over. Wallace explained it afterward pretty plainly. He said the lapped traffic was tough, that he tried too hard around the 41 locked up and picked up a big vibration. And from there, he said he didn't want to end his day. So he basically limped the car around and made the most of it. Think about the discipline it takes. You're chasing a win, you make a mistake, and instead of pushing further and risking a DNF, you back it off and bring the car home in one piece. That's exactly what he did. Ryan Blaney went on to win the race by 586 seconds, and Bubba Wallace crossed the line in second, his second runner-up finish of the 2026 season. Wallace also gave some credit where it was due. He pointed out that Team Penske cars are strong on flat tracks like this one, and said his team simply has to go back to work. That's a driver being honest about the competition, even after a race where he had a real shot at the win. And looking back at how the whole race unfolded, Wallace broke it down in stages. He said that for the first 25 to 30 laps, the leaders were just better than his car. Then things leveled off. But for that final 40 laps or so, he said he was basically hanging on, trying to make the most of what he had. Before wrapping up, Wallace made sure to thank the people behind the effort. He thanked Sincoro and Toyota and called it a good day out there in Loudon, even while admitting he hated coming home second. So let's recap where things stand. Bubba Wallace fought a hard-handling race car all day, used a late tire advantage to close in on the leader locked up while navigating traffic with 5 laps to go, and still managed to bring it home in second place, his second runner-up finish of the year. And this result does strengthen his position in the NASCAR playoffs, even without the win. Now the story shifts to what's next. Wallace is set to race at Daytona International Speedway on August 29th, and he'll be looking there for his first NASCAR Cup Series win of the 2026 season. So here's the question for you. Do you think Bubba Wallace finally breaks through and gets that win at Daytona? Drop your thoughts down in the comments. I want to hear what you think. And as always, if you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and join the NASCAR Nation News community. We'll see you in the next one.